Hey traders, Park here with another indicator. Today I'll be introducing you to the hourly anchor VWAP. This is what the indicator looks like on the S&P 500. You get 7 different VWAPs. You can go in there, you can adjust the time. The times that I've put in here right now is 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, and the last 30 minutes of the stop of the day. Sorry about that, but the indicator is fully customizable. You can come in here, you can change different things. You can go in there, you can change when the end time. I have mine set for 2300. You can go in there, you can change any of those different things. I have show only today. Excuse me. But you can go in there, you can change it where it shows everything. And I'll click out of this in a moment. But these are your VWAPs right here. And here are your colors that you can go in there. You can change to mute or to highlight, whichever ones you want to change right there. But you can go in there, you can change them individually as well. But those just the naming for those different VWAPs right there. So now I have them all set for show every day. So this is what S&P 500 looked like yesterday when the stock market was basically falling out of the bottom. As you can see, everything basically got muddled up in these VWAPs right here. But the SPY did try to put in did try to push above. So it did push above its open VWAP right here at 9:30, right about here, and then developed the second VWAP. So, and we can go to one of the other ones, but the gist of it is this. So we're looking for price to do something when it hits one of those VWAPs. And right here, you can see where it really just acted almost like a trend line or off acted some type of form of support. So each time it touched one of those VWAPs, like right here for today, you can see where it pushed down below, then pushed back above, and then when it came to the second hour of the day, 10:30, you can see it did the same thing, but this VWAP right here acted as support, and then it just pushed up from there. It did the same thing for the QQQ. You can see it's almost identical to what the S&P 500 did, except for the QQQ was more volatile and it actually pushed below, and it actually pushed below here, but it shot back up as well. So we can look at it on a couple of different stocks. I'm going to stop it from showing all the anchor. Well, we can look at what this looked like yesterday too, when everything just fell out the bottom. Bottom fell out. Pushed above, couldn't sustain it. Pushed down below, push back above the second hour VWAP. And really, the way I've been using it is you looking at these different as targets and possible areas of support and resistance. And you can see where everything just got muddled up right here. And then eventually the QQQ just fell out, the bottom fell out on QQQ. I think the thing that had earnings yesterday was Amazon, AMZN. And we can see exactly what Amazon did. Completely fell out of everything. But that's what these VWAPs are, and this is what it did today. But with this VWAP indicator, it's an hourly VWAP, hourly anchor VWAP. And you're looking for price to find some type of support resistance when it comes to VWAP. At the end of the day, you're looking for buyers or sellers being in control. So if you want to look at it in one sense, buyers and sellers in control over each hour of the day. And you can look right here when we initially opened up, it was a lot of confusion which way is everything going to go, but eventually buyers took control. And you can say for the hour of 9:30, buyers was in control for that whole entire VWAP session. And you can look at it like the second hour at 10:30, you got some more muddled up, and it really didn't have a direction right here. But eventually the stock went in and picked the direction and got above this 11:30 hour right here as well. And you can see where all this confusion came in, and really buyers and sellers weren't in control. But you can see right here where this 11:30 VWAP actually acted as resistance. And then when we create the 1 o'clock VWAP right here, you can see where it actually just went ahead and acted as resistance as well, or acted as really didn't have direction right there. And then it came back below the 10:30 VWAP, and then these three VWAPs right here actually acted as support once it did break above. then it broke back above our 1130 VWAP. And you can see all these highs, so all these wicks in this area right here against our, what's the 1230 VWAP. So our 1230 VWAP, all those wicks right there. And then it finally broke above right here. And it got above our last hour, or really last 30 minutes of the day right here, this blue VWAP right here. And it pushed above. So that was Amazon for today. But that's generally how you're going to use the indicator. One other thing to add, each VWAP represents inventory accumulation from a specific time block, watching how price interacts with these levels. When early buyers are in control, when control shifts mid-session, where balance forms, where late day positions occurs. This isn't about signals, it's about understanding how the market evolves from 9:30 to the close. One of the other stocks I wanted to look at was Apple, PL. And Apple really didn't do good. You can look right here. It had this nice push from yesterday, from our pre-market push right here. And then from there, it just kind of just settled or muddled out and really couldn't hold above any of those VWAPs, especially once it lost right here. And the indicator really gives you context of what's really going on in the market. Let's go look at Bitcoin / BTC. We can see Bitcoin because IBIT is the other. Anyway, Bitcoin is open. It's a future. This is a futures Bitcoin, but it opened earlier than 9:30, and this will be one of the times you'll shift this back to about 8 o'clock for the for one in the futures market. So / NQ is a natural. I don't know. Bitcoin just does that. So that's the E-mini / ES. Same thing. So same thing with these. So let me see. CL crude or does it / GC gold and / SI. Silver does it. They push it all the way out to 930. So yeah. Silver does as well. Silver had a great day today. SLV. I was able to capture this move right here. I came back to my computer and I bought a couple of shares right here. And I pretty much just sold it right here at pre-market. And I held on to a few shares. I think I went ahead and liquidated there. But for the most part, if we're looking at this, you can see where silver lost everything and then it pushed back above. And you can see where it didn't really push above with strong volume as well. And I think I have my 5-minute volume set at 12 bars. But we can still see where price broke above VWAP on this strong candle. Broke above all three of these VWAPs. Well, I'm going to say two. But on strong volume, came back, retested this VWAP, and pushed it above this 1230 VWAP right there. And you can see where it really pretty much just held the 1130 VWAP up until this point where you had strong selling come in, noticeable by this bright red candle right here. But it was able to rise above and stay above these all the VWAPs for the day. Microsoft and FT, same situation. It recovered just like everything else recovered from yesterday. I thought I shut that off. Yes, so only today. So it recovered like everything else. It dropped. What is it called? People took profit basically right before the open. You can see where it sold off, created this support area, in my opinion, where buyers came in and then pushed back below VWAP again. But right here in this same support area, I would say it held, because as soon as it dropped below, you had buyers come back in and buy back up. Hit the 930 VWAP, create this 1130 VWAP, couldn't hold or sustain it, got muddled up over here, but it was able to find support at this 1030 VWAP and push back above. And you can find where it came back to the 930 and the 1030 VWAP right here and push back above as well. So one of the things I don't necessarily like is move averages, but I use them at times. So this would be something that I possibly replace my move averages with just VWAP or hourly VWAP at that. But you can always put the regular VWAP over this. So VWAP. So this would be regular VWAP right here. And I'm going to change this to a different color than the color just on there. We will make this one, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And you can see how regular VWAP as well. If you just have regular VWAP on here, yeah, it's not gonna push. It's not gonna be show you these different anchor point periods when it comes to the hourly. But yeah, it came back. It touched regular VWAP here, pushed above, and pushed above all of these right here. And you can see the same situation here when it connected. It's not gonna be the same because 930 VWAP is not going to be the same as regular VWAP, but you can see they start moving in tandem here just because they have different start times. Regular VWAP starts at midnight or the day, midnight or the new when it creates a new day. But we can go back over to let's say NVIDIA. You can see right here you stayed above regular VWAP. You can see where people took profit as soon as the market opened up, and then from there, buyers came in, absorbed all of it, pushed above. It didn't touch our 930 VWAP again. It came back. It came to our 930 VWAP right here. I should have showed this stock in the beginning. It would have been a better example when it came to the actual indicator. But for the most part, it pulled back. But it didn't pull back to VWAP, but it came up here, found the second VWAP for our day, 1030 VWAP. And then from there, it touched this, created the second hourly. So you can look at it almost as like it's support and resistance when it comes to VWAP. And it really was able to sustain itself going throughout the day. So NVIDIA was a great example of how this indicator works. What was Tesla? It was another one that did great today. If we zoom in, you can see where it's the same thing. Sellers came and sold it all, pushed back above, tapped the 930 VWAP, pushed above, hit the 1030 VWAP right here, got back above it, found support on it, and then pushed above, and pretty much rode this 1030 VWAP for the whole day. What was the other? Google, GOG. It didn't do good today, I'll say that, because I was trying to play, and it does not do like the other Mag 7 stocks did. It pushed down below and really couldn't do anything, even when it came to these other VWAPs. It did hold our 1230 VWAP, or not 1230, but our 1030 and our 1130 VWAP right here, and then pushed above, but it couldn't really hold anything. And you can see where it just pushed through those other VWAPs and just really just sold off today. Apple did the same thing. AVGO did participate in the rally. AVGO did participate in this rally. Yep, same thing. And it really just rode this 1030 VWAP from there. Netflix. I don't think Netflix is a great example because they're still dealing with the Warner Brothers Discovery situation. What's another Mag 7? We'll just go to the ETF itself. This is the Mag 7 ETF. And you can see where it basically did the same thing. It held regular VWAP. In this case, 930 VWAP is the same as regular VWAP on here. And you can see where it just acted as support resistance in these different areas. But this is going to be the end of the video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to what I had to say. I hope that it was helpful, and you're interested in getting the indicator, just look in the link in the description. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. God bless.